All right, I know it's been a little while since I made a video on the kitchen Reno. A couple of reasons for that. We only work a few hours a day because of health issues, stuff like that. Just can't go like you used to. Also, trying to get the electrical run through there, that's pretty strenuous for me, especially, getting some of them where I got to pull it up through the attic. So, we'll cut holes in the ceilings and fished it through with a homemade fish thing, pipe, and then plus my fish tape from way back on that. But anyway, kind of go over a couple little things. Now, this house has settled over the years due to the lack of rain gutters. So that's caused a lot of moisture in the soil right up next to the house, which over the 50 years it's been here has caused the foundation to basically sink quite a bit in different areas and stuff. So the house is extremely out of level. It's concrete slabs, so to pull it up to the level at the point it is now would be just enormous in cost, and of course we can't do that. So what that means is in this kitchen remodel we have to go back to some facsimile of level, and so and here in the kitchen it is definitely out of level in the floor. It's not the worst part in the house, but it's still out of level, so it runs downhill this away and that away. So it's, as you come across this wall back here behind me, it heads downhill towards the outside window, and then it also goes downhill that way. From this corner over here. So what I did, I don't know if you can see it on here, but back behind this ice maker that we've got there, I picked a point that was going to be a starting point. So it's lower than right over here, but it's higher than that way. So it's kind of a, not what I would consider a midpoint, but slightly down from this area. I didn't want to start over here with the level spot and go that way, or I'd be way up in the air. So I started over there, and really the only way to do it is get everything kind of figured out was with a laser level. And so I went on Amazon, looked around, and I picked up this one here. So anyway, I picked up this particular one right here, and I'm not going to get around in front of it because it is on right now. And I've got it actually sitting on the tripod for my Sony camera, which kind of works pretty good. I didn't want to buy a tripod right now, but this works pretty good clipped on the tripod of that. Allows me to adjust it. And you'll see over here on the wall, you should be able to see that it really puts out a light. I picked the green because it is more visible than the red through distance and in the light. For some reason the red fades out more. Now it's got a crosshair, which I'm not using here, but I did over here, looking up so that I could get the distance or the shot of where the center of the vent hood would be to the center down there, because there again, everything's headed down. The studs are leaning that way a little bit, so you couldn't just go by the studs. Now, where this is sitting right now, I don't know if you can read that. I've marked UCB. Okay, and what UCB means is upper cabinet's bottom. So I know that in here I've got to put blocking here and here because I've got some upper cabinets going here, and then I'm gonna have to put it down there at the end. And then up at the top, way up there, I don't know if you can see that up here, right up here, that's going to be the upper cabinet's top, and there again, more blocking to hold the upper cabinets on there. Down here, you see this little marking down. That is where the lower cabinet's top is, and it's pointing down, which means it goes down below it. And then, I don't know if you can see over here, but on this tape here, I got TBS, which is top of backsplash. All this was shot in with the laser. And I did the same thing down this wall for all the plugs. Going down that wall, I shot the bottom of the plugs. So when I put the laser on them, I put it where it went right here. And so then every one of them down the wall goes that way. Like I said, this is a fantastic little laser for anybody doing this type of remodeling work or just basic construction work. You need to hang pictures on the wall, whatever you need to do. Right now it's in the auto level mode. You can also lock it, so if you need to tilt it to say have it shoot a straight line going upstairs for hanging pictures up the stairs, you can do that. It's got a switch on the side that basically locks it, and then the crosshairs won't self-level, and you can tilt it to wherever you want. So we've got that. Another trick down the road I'll be showing some people is, this is the old plumbing. You can see that's really some great stuff there. And I don't know if you can spot that back here, but they used an actual water 90 and not a drain, waste, and vent 90. That causes turbulence and doesn't allow it to drain good. They did that there. They also did it over here under the wall for the drain going to the restroom sink over there. Now you might wonder, what do I got this on here for? Well, this hot water stop, if I shut it, it leaks at the seal. But if I have it open, it doesn't. So I've got this coming across here right now. We're going to be replacing those. But one thing I'm going to do is, I don't want to really get in here and try to cut with the Sawzall. I guess I could, but I'll show you guys a trick that is used for cutting that. I'll show that in another video. So anyway, like I said, on top of all of that, I'm working on this. You know, we've had quite a bit of rain coming in and going on, so that stops us from going and getting some of the other materials that we're going to be needing that I'll have to go in town. You know, it's basically like a 70-mile round trip to pick up the supplies. So that's another thing that we got to be working on here. We'll probably be going and getting some other supplies and stuff, and I'll go over and show y'all guys here about the electrical panel stuff here in a minute. But on top of all of this, we had the our refrigerator went out, and we just bought that refrigerator maybe 2.5 years ago, you know, naturally I didn't get the extra insurance, you know, so we had to buy another refrigerator. I ordered it from Lowe's, and so it'll be here in a couple of weeks. But we got one that's not one of these ones with computerized. I'm not ever going to buy another computerized refrigerator with all that digital stuff and everything else on it. It's not happening. Anyway, so that hurt the pocketbook pretty bad. But still, like I said, a lot of money went out we didn't need to. Anyway, back to the electrical and quit the rambling. All right, over here, now there's no guts in it. Right now we took the guts out. For people that don't know what guts are, on an electrical panel, that's all the stuff where the breakers go. And the main wires go in here. So this is a panel that I put in here. This will be the new panel for the house, totally. So I've got not only got a do all the wiring for the kitchen, but I'm going to have to transfer all the wires from the old panel over to this one. And you might ask, why would I want to do that? Let me just state, you don't want to know. The old panel is such a ridiculous disaster that really the person that put it in back there built the house for them. They should be run off. But anyway, they put it in a little closet behind the hot water heater. So you had to crawl over the top of the hot water heater to get to the panel. And as with anything, they didn't use any connectors. So all the wires, including the main feed, are just knocked through holes in the panel and shoved in. Sharp edges, you know, be damned. So anyway, this will be the new panel. It's out here where we can get to it for the whole house. So as we go through, you'll see what goes in here. Countertops are going to probably be the most expensive single item, well, with the exception of the refrigerator now, that we had to do for this kitchen. But we'll see how that goes. I mean, push come to shove, because I bought the refrigerator, if I don't have enough money, but I'm pretty sure I do, but if I just say I didn't, I've got some plywood storage cabinets out in the barn that I could tear apart to try to minimize the cost of doing the countertops, or even do temporary countertops, but I don't think I'm going to have to do that. But if I did, I could. If you like what I'm doing, go ahead and subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed, ring the little bell down below. So, like I said, if you want to support me, the best way to do that is buy me a coffee. And that's where you can donate whatever you want. And it's just a simple way to do it. So there'll be a link down below to buy me a coffee. And if you feel like doing it, it'd be much appreciated. As we go through these videos, I'm going to try to start doing some more tips on some stuff. Like I said, we'll do the plumbing tip, we'll do some of the electrical tips, and we'll just see how it goes. So until the next video, which hopefully won't be too long from now, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.